Sean Salisbury here for Open Sports, joined by a colleague at Open Sports and a former great football player who will be inducted into the Hall of Fame his first time around. Marshall Faulk also works for the NFL Network as an analyst covering football for NFL Network. Marshall, great to have you with us. And first of all, let's talk about Kurt Warner. You've known him a long time. You've been around some pretty good quarterbacks in your career that you've played on the same staff with, and Kurt's been to a couple Super Bowls and won one, had some MVPs. Thoughts about him? First of all, what kind of personality will Kurt have leading up to this game in the next week or so? You've seen him prepare. What does he do to get ready for this game?
He's going to follow his exact same routine. We're talking about a man of faith here, whom every obstacle that can be placed in front of a guy throughout his career, he's been through it. A guy who was told that he couldn't play in the NFL, he wasn't good enough to even make it. Went through the Arena League, bagged groceries, played in NFL Europe, signed with the Packers, then the Rams, third quarterback. And what does he do? Win 2 MVPs. And then there you have it, a Super Bowl MVP and a Super Bowl champ. Man, really? Oh, that's a story in itself. And now you think you hurt your hand, you lose your starting job on the team you brought a Super Bowl to, and you have to redefine yourself. Oh, okay, well, you want to know what kind of character he has? Well, let's redefine yourself with probably what's considered the worst franchise in NFL history, the Arizona Cardinals. That's all he does. He reinvents himself and brings a team that has been looked at as the bottom feeders of the NFL. He has them in the Super Bowl right now. He beat out a first-round pick for a starting job. I mean, this guy has overcame every obstacle that has been placed in front of him. And, looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's like there's no way you're going to rattle Kurt. You have to take this game away from him.
Part of our Legends Look Back feature, this is Marshall Faulk joining us, and has a Super Bowl ring to show for it and does a great job covering football. He joins us here on Open Sports. Marshall, with Kurt, tell us, I think people, he's such a nice guy. The people who don't know him from the outside seeing him, and he is a man of faith, we know that, and that's what drives him, that and his family, and he's a pretty doggone good football player too. But he'll grab you around the throat if he has to. Kurt's as competitive as it gets, and you know that better than I do. But what's he like? Tell me about his demeanor in the huddle. A lot of people don't get to go inside the huddle. Talk to me about his demeanor in the huddle and what kind of guy he is.
A very confident guy, and here's what I love about Kurt: the score doesn't matter. The score, whether he's up 30, down 30, he comes in the huddle, calls the play with the same conviction, wants the same outcome, expects you to perform at a high level regardless of what the score is. And sometimes we were in games and getting blown out or up ahead, and I'm like, Kurt, it's okay. Like, it's okay. He's like, no, it's never okay. It needs to be better than that. And that's just the kind of leader that he is. And you talk about, yeah, he's a man of faith, and he walks the walk and talks the talk. But Kurt's the kind of guy that he understands if the physical battle is lost, but he never accepts the mental battle to be lost. And when I say that, you know what I'm talking about, but I'll elaborate on it. Know your assignment, make sure you're where you're supposed to be, and don't fool the quarterback. Kurt's going to be on his P's and Q's. He understands if you're not fast enough, if you can't jump high, or you can hit somebody stronger, bigger, faster. But no one has to be smarter than you. No one has to study more than you. And those are the things that I know he's preaching to his guys. He's preached it to them. If you watch them in the playoffs, this team has been well prepared.
Boy, have they ever. And their superstars have risen and played great in every playoff game, and their defense has stopped the other team's superstar from hurting them. Do you think, Marshall, Kurt's a Hall of Famer?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I think that when we talk Hall of Famers, and what gets people kind of screwed up is you talk Hall of Famer and you talk first ballot Hall of Famer. There's a difference in those two, although you reside in the same place. I think before all this Arizona stuff happened, 2-time league MVP, the numbers that Kurt has, Super Bowl MVP, yes, he's a Hall of Famer. I think what's going on now with the Cardinals, what we've seen from him this year, and if they, regardless of not if they win, but if they do win, without a doubt, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Agree 100%. Well, now the matchup's coming up, Marshall. We know how good Kurt is. You've studied both on tape, Pittsburgh and Arizona. Major underdog. They may not be major underdog as far as the points go, but people don't expect Arizona to win. Give me your take on this matchup, and who do you like, and can Arizona do it again?
I like, first of all, we like to speculate early, and early would be the wrong thing to say who would win in this game, because first of all, this weekend, we got to get through this weekend and make sure we don't have, no infamous people who mess up the game,
right,
mess it up for their teams first, and then get through media day and nobody says anything stupid to fuel the fire for the other team, because that always sort of persuades the pick. But when I look at this game, for Arizona to win, I think that they have to handle the bully. Pittsburgh is the bully. They're the bully on the block. They're coming with the big bad defense, all down your throat. You have to withstand what they're going to do. For Arizona, for Pittsburgh, it's all about Big Ben. If he can continue what he's done in the playoffs, that's no interception, because he had 15 during the regular season. That was tied for fourth in the league, most. That's their nemesis. He is their nemesis. So when I look at it, I always side with the quarterback who plays the best, and I feel like Kurt will be about as prepared as you could be, and for Pittsburgh to win, they will have to take this game away from Kurt.
And Marshall, as you well know, as we let you go, if you hit the bully early and often, sometimes the bully doesn't know how to respond by getting hit early and often, and that could be Arizona's trump card if they're able to pull that off. Marshall, always great to talk to you. Always a pleasure, and I always love your insight. We'll talk soon, bud.
All right.
Think you can complete the drive? Play today and get an automatic entry to win daily prizes, 2 tickets to the big game, and a brand new car. Start your drive today at opensports.com.